got Dallas 11-6.
He kept it, I know they would say, "Oh, well, he kept the tag applied." He could have kept the tag applied and not straddled homeboy. You know what I mean? He could have moved his leg. So.
Oh, it was fine. It's just.
I'm just saying.
Ramirez
I
just
mean,
had a little.
it wasn't necessary.
Nothing wrong.
It didn't need to get to that extreme. You know what I'm saying?
Nothing wrong.
Bills in a last-second field goal or a last-second touchdown by Aaron Rodgers to take the division.
He's kicking field goals too. I want to bet.
Right?
I want.
Baby, I'm so excited. Ooh, I just can't hide it. You know you can't deny it. I don't know the lyrics to the song, but I'm happy to be hosting the Let's Talk Sports Show. I'm your host, Sam Dean, a.k.a. Mr. First Down, the Fanboy Unleashed, and I am delighted to be hosting the show on Thursday Night Football, what appears to be a blowout. It's almost past the point of Cleveland beating the crap out of my Titans. It's not there yet, but it's almost. We have a great show. We actually got some NBA news to talk about. Who saw that coming? Probably somebody, but I didn't. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and bring in some people here. Oh, Nick. Hey, all right. I hope you and Tanner are having a great time in your hotel room together, bonding. You know, I hope it's really going well. You guys need to recharge your batteries. Get all those fights out, come back refreshed. I believe in you, Pod Daddy. Anyway, so time to bring the guys in. I can't remember. I hope he said Scott first because I'm going to say Scott's coming in first. Anyway, he is a Hall of Famer. He is from the land of Petridge Farm. He is the one, the only Scott Cobe. How are you, Scott?
I'm doing great. I hope Nick is okay tonight, by the way, because this is not looking good for him.
Look, he's got Tanner, his little love bug next to him, holding him in his arms, telling me it's going to be okay. Even though in all of our heads we're all singing "Love Stinks." It's probably good Nick's not on the show. He's probably going to go bald by the end of the night.
It certainly is, because Detroit's got the ball back again after a punt, so it's not. Yeah, we stink. You got that right. Yeah, love stinks.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. Love stinks.
Wait till Sunday morning after the Packers lose 41-10 or something like that.
Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, that would be atrocious. I hope not, for his sake. For his mental health and physical health.
That's right.
I hope it doesn't turn out that way. But now,
we had some NBA trade. Is that what you said?
Say what?
Is it NBA? We're back on NBA again?
Yeah, there was some news, like my vast knowledge of NBA. I was like, oh, there was a trade, and I'm like reading it before the show comes on. I'm like, oh, okay, so this is kind of a big deal, And to talk about that is the man that is snorting up a long white line of Miami's finest football. See what I did there? I mixed cocaine and the Dolphins. You're welcome. His name is Johnny Cruz. Johnny, how are you, sir?
I'm good, man. I appreciate that intro.
Hey, Johnny, I know this is old news and stuff like that, but Tua just threw another touchdown to Tyreek. So
yeah.
I believe it. Nah, happy to be here as always, man. Looking forward to this Thursday evening show. I'm sorry, Nick. It's not good.
I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that.
No, I mean, I think we all picked the Lions, except for I think Nick might have picked his Packers.
No, I picked the
Packers. I picked the Packers.
Oh, you guys did pick the Packers?
Yeah.
So am I the only one that picked the Lions?
No, Tanner picked the Lions because I talked to Tanner today, and he said because DraftKings runs a special up 7, you win your bet, and the Packers went to plus 2.5 at home, and they were plus money. They were plus like 140 on DraftKings. So I was unsure of it, so I just threw $5 on it. I wasn't throwing anything big on it. And sure enough, I'm glad I only threw $5 on it because they're getting bombed tonight. So
it's crazy, dude. Yeah, they're getting their asses whipped, bro.
Gentlemen, before we start this NBA news, might I report a crime, a show on show crime? Would that be possible?
Do you, bro?
Gentlemen of the Let's Talk Sports show, the other evening, I happened to go to one of the shows on this mini fine channel, and I find myself in the NFC East. I see Alan. I see Jay. I see this Carlos guy who looks out of sorts. He looks like a very sad Bill Belichick with a hoodie on. So they start talking, and lo and behold, they start talking about my Titans. And it was just incorrect. All of it was incorrect. And it was so far-fetched. And they literally said, gentlemen, follow me with this. I know this is confusing. I have to make sure the jury sees this when you present the case. Ben, I'm talking. Anyway, so they said the Titans should have re-signed Josh Dobbs and not paid millions to Malik. How many millions do you guys think we're paying to Malik Willis at this moment? Just guess.
What's Malik's contract?
I was about to say maybe one?
maybe 2. Well, yeah, because he was a third rounder, so he didn't get paid
right.
He's not even making $1 million, is he?
No, he's not even making $1 million this year.
That's what I thought. He was a third rounder. And did the Titans move to the NFC East?
According to them, we made a mistake by not signing him, and we're paying millions to Malik Willis instead. So, incorrect fact number 1. Number 2, they literally said if Josh Dobbs was there, that he would be starting over Tannehill. In 3 games, they said Josh Dobbs would be starting over Tannehill. I was stunned. I was stunned stupid. Like it flattened me. And then they went on this thing. Oh, and by the way, we did try to re-sign him, but Cleveland swooped in with a big bunch of money bag and took him, which happens. It happens.
Yeah.
So I just got to say, liar, pants on fire, know what you're talking about, and keep my team out of your damn mouth. Thank you.
Okay.
Well
all right.
said.
So you said the 3 names that were on. Who was the one that brought this up? Carlos?
Alan. So it's really funny because I got Alan in chat or in Messenger, and I said, "All right, now you've done messed up. Like I'm teeing off on you on Thursday night, so just prepare yourself."
Twice. He's done it twice.
Yeah. And he goes, "What did I do?" And I continued to tell him what he did. And by the way, I was so incensed. I'm holding my kid thinking about not throwing him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's how mad I was. So we're sitting there, and he goes, "Well, Carlos started it. What kind of maturity are we in right now? Like, what are we doing?" Anyway.
I didn't do it. Tanner did it. Johnny did it. I didn't do it.
No, he did it. He did it. It was bad. It was bad. I was quite mad. Not like extremely mad, like, or even thought about it the next day. But but it was bad enough. It was bad enough. Oh, and then this Carlos guy starts talking about the Eagles game and talks about if Jalen Hurts messes up bad enough that Marcus Mariota is going to come in and do better. Are you kidding me?
What?
And to which I even put out there, I said, "But I've watched years of that guy. He's not saving anybody. He's not saving anybody."
Wait, Jalen Hurts just took the team to a Super Bowl, just got paid, and he's going to get benched.
I don't know, dude. It was a giant thing. I don't know.
I'm gonna go back and watch this.
I mean, I'm not a big fan of the show on show crime, but bro, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
he left me no choice.
Right. Yeah,
that was Carlos. Well, John, you know Carlos. Carlos puts these outlandish statements out there.
Yeah.
And wants to get reactions to it. And I think that's probably what he was doing with that. Hey, Jalen Hurts is going to get benched if he screws up. Well, first of all, he ain't screwing up. Second of all, Nick should have been on tonight. He would have been hilarious. He would have been extra hilarious tonight. But second of all, if you watched him with Keith Engel on Friday mornings, Keith gets I mean, sometimes he's like frustrated with what Carlos says.
He has to take his blood pressure medicine.
Okay, so
absolutely.
It's that. Okay, so it's
the Mad New Yorker.
Alan, you will apologize, sir, and like Will Smith, keep my damn Titan's name out of your mouth.
Alan, don't feel no peer pressure, Alan. You stand by by your take, bro.
No, you have to, you know.
Hey, I don't want to bring this up in front of everybody, but Johnny, we're on a show together, so I think back your boy. Back your boy.
I got you. I got your back. I got your back always. Bro.
Not publicly. Not publicly, Alan. Not publicly. Anyway,
he has stood by this Buffalo Bills not making the playoffs, and he still sticks by it. But if you see when he releases his top 10, the Bills are always like 4 or 5. And I said to him, I said, Alan, they can't be in your top 10 if you don't think they're making the playoffs. They can't.
Right. No,
they can't.
I agree.
And he keeps putting them in. So maybe he's coming off his stance a little bit, but you gotta. That's what I said to him. I said, if you got to go all full in with this, if you're going to say this and you're going to stick with it, as we all do, you got to go full in with it. You can't back off.
Everybody said I was dog shit crazy when I said DeAndre Hopkins wasn't going to get 1,000 yards this year, right? I'm sticking by it. I wouldn't call that outlandish per se. I just think it can be a take that nobody else likes, and I'm okay with that. And in fact, I put skin in the game, and I'm going to drink a Will Levis Venti special if it goes the other way. So, you got to stand by that. You got to stand by.
I mean, Johnny, let me ask you something.
What's up?
What were your thoughts when the Dolphins signed Cedric Wilson before they traded for Tyreek? I mean, did you think he was going to pan out to anything?
I was cool with it. I mean, I thought he'd be a good number 2 to Waddle. I thought he'd complement him well. I mean, I didn't expect him to put up huge numbers, but I thought he'd be a good number 2. I thought he'd play well, especially I figured Mike McDaniel will use him well, and I was excited about McDaniel's offense. But yeah, when you get an opportunity to get Tyreek Hill, and I feel bad for Cedric Wilson. I mean, it's not his fault that situation happened, but at the same time, he couldn't beat out Trent Sherfield. He couldn't beat out River Craycraft. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? I mean, he at least he made his money, but no, I was expecting more from him than what we've gotten, which is absolutely nothing. But you know what I'm saying? I mean, it is what it is. He's the highest paid number 5 receiver on any team. But it is what it is. I'm happy with Tyreek, Waddle. I love the Berrios pickup. And like I said, River Craycraft. Smythe has played well at tight end. Julian Hill, the undrafted kid we got, is playing well at tight end as well. So. Yeah, I like what we're doing right now, but yeah, I was hopeful for Cedric Wilson. I was, he showed a little something in Dallas the year before when given an opportunity. So I thought, yeah, he'll be a good number 2 next to Waddle. But once they traded for Tyreek Hill, it was downhill for him after that. He wasn't, and like I said, then he let other people outplay him, so he lost his opportunity. So
yeah,
it is what it is. Go ahead, host.
I think. Thank the host. Yeah, that's me. You're talking to me. So I start myself. Well, Nancy and I. So the Challenger blew up. And it was very sad. Anyway, so sorry, that's insensitive. My bad. Anyway, so my limited NBA knowledge, you all have been very encouraging me of diving in and whatnot. So some news came across, and I opened up my Bleacher Report, and it says, inside the messy divorce between Damian Lillard and the Portland Trail Blazers.
Yeah.
And apparently he wanted to go to Miami, and they were like, no. So, and no in certain terms. So I'm not really getting I kind of get the fact that Damian Lillard's kind of just a chess piece that's just kind of being moved around. Am I reading that wrong or whatnot? Because I thought the NBA, the players had more power to kind of, influence.
They do, but I think Portland was hell bent on sending him anywhere else
Waiting
but
for that
Miami.
apology, Alan. Waiting for that apology, bud.
I don't think Miami could offer Portland enough to get Dame Lillard. And I think the 3-team trade, what it did is it allowed the third team in Phoenix to send Portland pieces that they wanted, like a DeAndre Ayton, like the guys that they got. So I thought Phoenix was up against the cap and couldn't take on any more that they could. But obviously the Jurkic move for them is a big move for them because they feel like he can replace Ayton. So, but I'm almost set that Portland didn't get enough from Miami in an offer that they liked and they could take. So,
yeah, I think all three teams made out pretty well in this trade.
Yeah,
Portland got a couple young players and a few picks. Phoenix got some much needed size that could actually help them a little better than Ayton. He was disgruntled, so he was just I guess he didn't get along with the coach either or whatever. So
yeah,
Phoenix was able to move on from him, and then Milwaukee comes away with Dame. You got Dame there now. You still got Middleton, so you're teaming up Dame with Giannis. That's a pretty nice 1-2 right there. And I know Dame wanted to go to Miami, but the Blazers had to do what they had to do, what was best for their organization. So I think it was more of that as opposed to just not wanting to send him to Miami. They took the best package that they can get. And as far as Dame said he wanted to go somewhere that he had a chance to win. So I don't see him putting up much of a stink. I mean, you're getting an opportunity to play with one of the best players in the league. And I think Milwaukee has to be them and Boston have to be 1 and 2. You know what I'm saying in the conference. And it's gonna be interesting to see how they play. Drew Holiday was a good piece. He helped Milwaukee win that title. And I think he's gonna help out Scoot in Portland. So that, like I said, I think all three teams made out pretty well.
And before you go, Sam, everybody forgets Milwaukee's got Chris Middleton too.
Right.
And to me, his name has not been mentioned a lot in this. They've been saying Dame and Giannis, but Chris Middleton can play. He's good.
Yeah.
So
he was hurt. He was hurt last year, but he should be good. He should be healthy this year. Hopefully.
Yeah. Is Milwaukee the favorite in the East? Yes. But is everybody? I've heard everybody say, "Oh, Milwaukee's overwhelming favorite." No, the Celtics are still very talented.
Yes.
No matter what you say, I know Marcus Smart, who was the heart and soul of that team, is now gone to Memphis, but you still got Porzingis, you still got Jaylen Brown, you still got Jason Tatum, you still have Malcolm Brogdon, who's a very good player. So you still have pieces.
Yeah.
So, and it's the second year with the new coach, so that's always a better year than the first year, obviously. So
I like it.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that, and I'm looking. I hope Porzingis can stay healthy. If he can stay healthy, that's going to be a nice little trio. Him, Jade, Tatum, and Brown. That's gonna be fun to watch. I'm looking forward to the NBA's coming. NHL preseason's already going on right now.
Yeah.
The baseball season ended for me a couple months ago, to be completely honest. But it's but it's all good. And I know it's football season, and this is our Thursday night picks. But this was a big trade, so we definitely needed to talk about it. So
we are the Let's Talk
done,
Sports
Sam.
Show. We will talk about whatever sports we want. Next
tomorrow, if you have United States pride, tomorrow the Ryder Cup in golf starts, USA against Europe. So that's a huge thing too for TV ratings. I mean, I watch it all the time when it comes up. So
I put my son in the swing, and it's still terrifying right behind me every time I see it move. He's got one eye.
I can watch it behind your shoulder.
He's fine. We'll watch him for you, bro. We'll watch him. He's fine.
We got to see him start climbing. I'm like,
so yeah, this is. I mean, NHL starts within 2 or 3 weeks now. The regular season. NBA is a month away from starting, and football is going full swing now, and baseball playoffs are going to start next week. So it's a busy time in the sports.
It's that time of year, man. So definitely, if you're new, hit the subscribe, smash that like, and definitely turn on the notifications so that way you get an alert whenever anybody's going live.
Check us out.
Holding it down. Nick is somewhere depressed,
crying
watching his Packers get their ass whooped. And Tanner, I think, is
hope
still
Tanner
drunk,
comforts
but
him,
hopefully,
you know what I mean?
hopefully
As they're
he
together in the
gets here
hotel room.
soon.
You think that's a king bed or a queen bed? No,
Tanner is on the phone consoling. Tanner is on the phone right now consoling Nick because Nick doesn't know what to do when he's watching this game. He's probably got it turned off right about now.
I was about to say he probably turned it off already.
He said he can't watch it.
This is crazy.
It's rough. It's all part of it, man. NFL, I find that these things, you just take it week by week. Just keep going. Oh, there we go. All right. Yeah. I do read the Athletic, just so you know, Alan.
Right.
But Bleacher, I get a lot of sports notifications. I'm sure that we all do on our phone. And I was getting barraged by Bleacher Report and Athletic all at once. So,
all right. So Johnny, let's ask the important question here. About let's go Yankees. What do the Yankees need to do this off season to get back in the mix here?
Wow, that's a deep question because they're stuck with a few bad contracts that Stanton contract is going to haunt them for a bit. He's to the point where he can't even run, bro.
Can they trade him? You think they can trade him?
He has a no trade clause, but who's gonna want him?
Yeah,
you know what I mean. At least if he would have showed that he can actually run a bit, but he's basically base to base. He can't even score from second base on a single. Don't even try to tag up from third on a sacrifice fly. So until they get that straightened out, hopefully this offseason he gets with a trainer that maybe helps him with his flexibility or something, because he's chiseled, but maybe he's just got too much muscle and it's not as flexible enough to not get any injuries, but he still hits 30 something, almost 40 home runs. So if they could get it out of that contract, that would be phenomenal. But I don't see them doing that. But I'm hoping they go young, man. We got a lot of young kids that are coming up in the organization. So why not let them play? It's a shame that the Martian Jason Dominguez got hurt because he looked like he was getting off to a good start in his major league career. But hopefully he'll be back next year. But yeah, I hope they go young, because that's what baseball is now. It's about athleticism. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, guys stealing bases and stuff like that, making contact. So hopefully we get away from this 100% analytics and get more into athleticism and stuff like that. Ronald Acuna is so much fun to watch. So hopefully they get a little younger, a little more athletic. That'll help them out next year. So.
And you hit on a key point, and it goes for all sports. It's become a young man's game now. All sports, football, baseball, basketball, hockey. It's a 20s game now. It's not a game for, remember, back in even 10, 15 years ago, if you had a 35-year-old guy you just signed in free agency in baseball, that was a really good talent. That was huge for your team. Now it's just another guy. So, what do you think they do with Boone? You think they keep him, or you think fire him?
I don't know, man. From the way they talk, it seems like he's either going to be the sacrificial lamb, or they're just going to say the hell with it. We're keeping him, and we're going to just keep it moving. And they're going to go with the whole this is just 1 year that they've been bad. Every other year they're in the playoffs or competing for the division, so they'll try to spin it that way. The fans aren't going to be happy because the New York fans are they're determined to for somebody's head on a platter. They would love Brian. I would love Brian Cashman to honestly move positions and get some fresh blood in that front office. But he's pretty much a Steinbrenner. With how long he's been there and how much he's in Hal's ear. So I don't see much change, if any change at all, as far as like front office or coaching. But as far as the actual team, like I said, they definitely got to go with a little more youth here.
Yeah, because I'm in a chat with Jonathan Grishman and Alan Perales, because we do the baseball show. And Jonathan brought up, this is the first time in 30 years that the Red Sox, Yankees, and Cardinals, one of them has not been in the playoffs. First time in 30 years. That's amazing. That is amazing. Baseball needs the Yankees to be really good. I'm a Red Sox fan. Boston, New York is a rivalry beyond belief, but they need the Yankees to be good for them to drive ratings. The Yankees need to be in the playoffs for baseball to be happy, and they're not, and they're struggling. So, that's the whole thing. Alan, we don't care about the National League. We're not
both the Cubs and Marlins are trending, and the D-backs already lost. Padres are still alive for the wild card. Like, I haven't even been paying attention to the standings, to be quite honest.
Scott,
Padres are one loss. Padres are one loss, or the Cubs and Marlins were one game away from being eliminated. So they're basically eliminated. They're not even.
Wow.
But
what do we got? Like
American League.
5 or 6 games left. There's like 5. There's a handful of games left. So
5 games, I think. Yeah. It's the end of the season Sunday. So
it's almost upon us, and then it'll be the playoffs. So we're ankle deep in football.
Even this bad one that's going on right now. Yikes!
Yeah.
If you're a Detroit Lions fan, good for you.
Yes.
Because they're just doing whatever they want. They're just doing whatever they want.
If you're a Detroit Lions fan, you got to be pumped up beyond belief that you go into your enemy's territory and bury them in the first half. Just absolutely bury them. If you're a Lions fan, you got to be saying, "Hey, maybe this team is really good." Because
they are just running the ball right down their throats, bro.
Yeah,
I mean, we talked about it earlier on the Scott Cobe show. People every Thursday night, 7:00.
Scott, you have a show?
Yep,
I do. We transitioned to a daily fantasy show, and by the way, thank you to everybody that commented. We didn't say that in the end of the show. There were a lot of comments in our show, and that's great. You guys drive our show, so thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun with that show. So definitely check it out. Like I said, every Thursday night, 7 p.m. You get the Hall of Famer Scott Cobe giving you all kinds of information and stuff like that. So definitely check it out. That was a lot of fun today. I'm looking forward to next week.
Sam, you will be getting an invite soon, so. You will be on the show.
Yeah, I'll be waiting. Just let me know. Do you know I'm hosting tonight? Anyway, so I saw this cool quote by Dan Campbell when he goes up and before the game starts and he talks to Pete Carroll. Did you guys see this quote? And he said,
I heard about it. I didn't see it.
And he said, "Hey, let's leave the kids out of it. Let's just you and I just fight right in the middle of this field right now." And he goes, and of course he didn't do it, and we had to go coach football like a bunch of cowards. And I sat there thinking, I was like, dude, if you say that to Mike Vrabel, y'all are fighting in the middle of the field. I'm just letting you know. Letting you know.
Let me ask you something, Sam. If you're an owner of a football team, and Johnny too, don't you want Dan Campbell as your head coach?
Absolutely. Yeah. I love the guys. I love that tough edge attitude. I love it with Vrabel. I love it with Dan Campbell. It's amazing to see. Though I am a little afraid of Dan Campbell because all his winning metaphors are about murder. Like
and biting kneecaps and everything.
Right.
Like every time he says something, I'm like, how are things at home, Dan? Jeez.
Right.
Like
but I love his temperament. I love his mentality, and you know what I'm saying?
Great.
He's and he's old school in the sense of, you know what I'm saying, he wants to build the trenches, he wants to be the more physical team. I mean, that's what you want, you know what I'm saying? It's
I know that
it's a violent game, yes.
But there
absolutely.
are people, there are people that have metaphors about winning that aren't dragging people in the middle of an ocean and killing them.
Yes, they do, Nick. I'm sorry, bro. They're stinking it up right now, bro. Like I had a little bit of faith in your Packers.
I did too.
Again, I still think they're gonna win more games than Tanner's 4.
Maybe they figure something out at halftime to make this thing go, but
oh no, this is done, bro.
Let me just say this.
Okay, I just want to give Guy hope. That's all I'm saying.
Let me just say this. Jordan Love.
How are things at home, man?
I know. Has Jordan Love looked good at all this year? I don't remember. Other than that one quarter against New Orleans.
No joke.
I mean, I know he's just starting, and I know he's going to build up, and I know that to be true. But right now, he's what, 4 for 10 for 31 yards.
He didn't play that bad in the first game either.
No, I don't think he played bad in the first. But after the first game, I don't think Atlanta. He didn't look great. He's a lot of his passes are off target. Decent, yeah, I would say decent, but that's not good enough. I mean, that's not good enough to win games in the NFL if your quarterback is just decent.
Do you guys think?
I mean, that's. I mean, they are 2-1. You know, what I'm saying? Well, 2-2 after this ass whooping.
Yeah,
right.
but
I was going to talk about that, Nick. I wonder if you know this, and you guys feel free to chime in. I was reading stuff about. Well, we've heard this before. Offensive coordinators, my system works. But when actually the right answer is it doesn't always work. Sometimes you need to, maybe that's what's going on. Is Matt LaFleur thinks,
right.
Well, I did this with Aaron Rodgers, and so I could just do it with him. Maybe that's part of it, that he's not getting, he's not keeping guys open and stuff like that.
Some right. Well, I mean, and I'm putting my system and my personnel has to adjust to that system instead of saying, okay, I have a quarterback. What works and what doesn't work with them? And maybe that's what LaFleur needs to do. Sit down with Jordan Love after this game or this weekend sometime and say, hey, Jordan, what plays in the playbook do you like to run most?
What you should have already did that.
Yeah. And put those plays in and say, okay, we're going to run a lot of those plays, maybe 10 plays. And those are the first 10 plays in offense in the game. Maybe you got to do that.
Well, I mean, the fact that you're saying that he needs to do that now, week 4 of the season, that's a bad sign as far as coaching. But we talked about it, before the season. That a lot of it's going to be on him. Does he, because he ain't got Aaron Rodgers no more, so there's no more winning 13 games a season now.
Right.
So he's really going to have to coach. But I mean, Jordan Love, his first game, granted, it was the disgustingly dysfunctional Bears, but he was 15 for 27, 245, 3 touchdowns. Saying he didn't play as well in the second game.
Because here's the thing,
he played against the Falcons, 14 for 25, 151 and 3 touchdowns. So I mean, he's throwing some touchdowns. His completion percentage isn't the best. But I mean, that was a nice. It
won't feel the same, man, Cave. He'll get like really creepy for no reason. He's like, then we're gonna sneak in their bedrooms and take their kids.
Tonight,
something really weird.
I was about to say, LaFleur don't got that look. Like, like if he tried to be, you would just laugh at him if he tried to say something about biting kneecaps or something like that. Dan Campbell, you look at him and you're like, yeah, he would bite somebody's kneecaps. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
The type of guy that would like to meet you outside of the school gymnasium and give you a what for, you know what I mean?
But tonight I'm putting it on LaFleur because of this. Aaron Jones, 2 carries, 3 yards in the first half. Okay, I know the game's gotten away. Okay, Christian Watson, 0 for 0 on 2 targets. So you're not getting it to the guys that you need to get it to. Christian Watson's your best wide receiver. And you've thrown it to him twice in the first half. I don't know how much he's playing because of the injury. But Aaron Jones,
there it is.
Aaron Jones, 1 target. 1 target. Your best offensive player on your team gets 2 carries and 1 target in the first half. To me, that's a no-go. To me, that's on LaFleur. Yeah. It is. It just is. So
yeah, it wasn't a very good game plan. I mean, and again, that defense is horrid, bro. They can't stop him at all. You know what I'm saying? So they're not even getting the opportunity offensively to get anything going. But yeah, I mean, I was surprised by the lack of accuracy. I mean, I knew he wasn't obviously. Yeah. I mean, you're coming off of having Aaron Rodgers, who's probably one of the most accurate quarterbacks.
That's true.
Ever. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, he's got some arm talent. He's got good mobility. It's gonna. I mentioned it before the season to Nick. We talked about saying that this is LaFleur's opportunity to show how good of a coach he is. So what kind of adjustments is he gonna make? But if the defense is gonna be giving up, 20, 25, 27 points in the first half, I mean, there's not much Jordan Love can do to try to get them back into it. But they went down 17-0 last week to the Saints. And then they made, they rallied, they made some adjustments and rallied to come back. I mean, this is a bit much. And the difference between this and the Saints, in my opinion, is the Detroit offensive line. That Detroit offensive line is just going to keep on beating up on Green Bay.
Yep.
Oh, jeez. The offensive line ain't doing that much better either, Green Bay. They got Bakhtiari out, and I think they got another offensive lineman out. A starter
Bakhtiari
out.
they put on IR before the game. So he's done for the next
out
4
the next
weeks.
4
His career is probably over.
Yeah,
his career is probably over. That's number one. Number two, Green Bay needs to go about it like San Francisco did. They need to build talent around Jordan Love, like they did with Purdy. Right. And they need to protect him. The days of getting no wide receivers in the draft, the days of getting no wide receivers, skill positions at free agency, those days are over for Green Bay as long as Jordan Love's your quarterback. He's not Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is a Hall of Famer. He's not a Hall. Right. Jordan Love is not Aaron Rodgers. So they need to build around him a stud.
I mean, I like Dobbs. I mean, you need Christian Watson to be able to freaking stay healthy and actually develop. But yeah, I agree with you. They need to revamp that offensive line and make sure they can protect the kid first of all. Because you invested in Aaron Jones and you got AJ Dillon, even though he hasn't done much this year, but you're gonna have to invest in that offensive line to one, protect Jordan Love, and two, to be able to actually run the ball effectively so that you can, again, take some pressure off of the kid. But I think he'll be able to grow. Like I said, I like Dobbs. I think he'll be able to grow. Reed is not too bad. He'll be able to grow with these wide receivers, but they need some help up front, definitely. And that defense probably needs a whole makeover. But they're a young team, bro. They're a really young team.
And the other guy that's out tonight for them is Jair Alexander, and he makes a huge difference in that.
Yes, he does.
I mean, I'm looking at the box score now. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 3 for 48 and a touchdown. Sam Laporta, 4 catches, 56 yards. They're just having their way with Green Bay, and that's what it is. So, yeah, I agree. They need to get rid of AJ Dillon after the season's over because he's not good at all.
You mean future Titan AJ Dillon? Because we just keep
future Titan AJ Dillon.
Yeah.
AJ Spears and AJ Dillon are going to combo in Tennessee next year. So.
Stop
with
signing
Will Levis.
linemen.
With Will Levis. So,
well, I mean, speaking about your Titans, man, how are you feeling about we talked about it before the show? Any thoughts on what they do with Henry? We talked about your quarterback situation. You got Ryan Tannehill. You got Will Levis, who you hope can develop into something. Malik Willis that was just a wasted pick, to be completely honest.
He was supposed to be a project. He ended up being, during preseason and training camp, a little better than that, but not by much. Comfortable enough to let Logan Woodside go. I mean, look, I like the kid, but when you come from Liberty University, that's a long ladder. That is a really long ladder to climb.
Yeah.
And to his credit, he got better during preseason. He played most of the games. Will Levis, something was wrong with his leg. I can't remember. And because he is, let's face it, valuable, they just decided not to play him. Our understanding was he could have played, but they decided that it just wasn't worth it. So it's everybody knows it's Will Levis next year. There's no question. Like they will come out and Vrabel will say it's an open competition, but we all know damn well Will Levis is going into that game at the end of the day. So I wish Mayo Man nothing but the best. And it better be Hillman. It better not be any of that Miracle Whip crap either. So, but when it comes to Henry, if things are really going to go bad this year, let him go to the Bills and give him the running game they need.
Whoa. What are you talking about?
What?
What are you doing to me?
If he gets bad,
don't send him to the damn Bills.
Yeah, we're going to send him to the Bills. Yeah.
No, shit.
Here's what I will say.
Send him to a team where he's going to compete. Send him to a team where he's going to compete. It doesn't have to be the Bills.
Okay, well, send him to the NFC. Don't send him to our division, bro. Come on.
We'll take him in New England.
Send him to the NFC East. They like to talk about your Titans anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
true. Do they move off Tannehill midseason or ride him the whole year?
Yeah, that was my next question.
They'll move off. They'll move off of him midseason. They're not going to put up with it again. It's just how it is. Hell, they might move off. I had it after week 4 But a lot of people, the bye week is week 7. They think it might come then, and that might be more logical. But I don't know, man. If you have a home game against the Bengals, and if that goes poorly, I think there will be enough pressure to start making moves. Because if he's not going to move in the pocket like he used to, no point. I mean, look at Burrow, who can't move in the pocket, right? Yeah. At least he's got like Jamar Chase to kind of pick up the slack and whatnot. You got to move in the pocket. That was some of his brilliance in 2019 to 2021 was he could get out of there and get you an easy first down or more. And people tend to forget that.
That's not a bad idea, Nick.
Well, we all know.
Completely honest.
We all know that the agents are already putting it out there. Like it's on. I saw it on Bleacher Report this morning. I saw it in the Athletic, Alan. So it's out there, and that news always comes out because the agents are spreading it. So, right. And listen, if they want to pay the $32 million that we're overpaying him to take him, you go right ahead, young man. You go ahead and take him for all I care.
I mean, the Jets have to do something, bro.
They do.
Absolutely. I mean,
they're taking Trevor Siemian. That like you think?
Well, that was just to bring a body in that can actually throw the ball to somebody that's open.
Well,
here's the thing, because Zach can't even read the defense, bro.
Yeah, here's the thing with the Jets. The defensive players are saying, get Zach Wilson out of there. We don't want him in there. He's awful. He's bad. Right. So you're going to put Trevor Siemian in, who has never been good in the NFL. Never been good. He played.
At least he's a competent. At least he's a competent.
Is he better than quarterback? Zach Wilson, though?
That's right now. Yes, right now. You and Sam are better than Zach Wilson, bro. You know what I'm saying? I mean, for real. It's just.
Agree. And who do the Jets got this week? Kansas City. Good luck, Zach. You're going to need it.
And we talked about this. Before the whole show started. If Ryan Tannehill's not starting, the season's over. It might be over anyway if he's starting, but it's over. Okay, right. And that's a tough pill to swallow. I know.
Yeah, because you know, Mike Vrabel. You know, say Mike Vrabel does not want.
He doesn't quit. He's not going to quit.
Right.
You know.
No.
But it's.
But I think. Yeah, with the Titans, I think the offensive line is so bad right now because Skoronski's not there. He's got appendicitis. So
I know.
He's not playing right now. If he plays, I think it will make a little bit of a difference for the Titans' offensive line.
It will. But it should be noted that Raden's coming in there didn't do Raden's came in and didn't do too bad.
Right.
Like I'm more concerned about Andre Dillard and left tackle more than anything. Yeah. Like if you're going to go in there against the Bengals, and if he just continues to get stomped, this will be week 4 of him getting. What week we in? It's
week 4.
Yeah,
week 4. Week 4 we're going into now. Yeah.
Week 4, sleep deprived. All right. Week 4 coming in. And if he messes up again, we can't afford this. All right. If he keeps messing up like that, and you're going to keep Andre Dillard in, then he doesn't get Ryan Tannehill. He gets Malik Willis, who can run. Okay. Yeah. If you're going to break toys, you're not going to break the toy. Like you're not going to break this toy before we trade him away. Yeah.
Because you really can't stick Will Levis back there with the offensive line the way it is now. No. It's got to be Malik Willis who can
They
move.
are being awfully quiet about Will Levis, which makes me think what we all think. That's what we all think. It's going to be him next season. It's going to be him.
Yeah.
Well, that's a scary thought because it makes you think. Either they're just kind of being patient and babying him and making sure that he's ready before they put him out there, or he's not what they thought he was going to be. And there's a problem. You know what I'm saying? So let's hope that
either
the first one.
Either or. Right. I couldn't tell you. For all I know, we just do terrible this year, and they draft another quarterback. For all I know, but it doesn't feel like it feels like they're protecting him. Does that make sense? I don't think.
Yeah, it does.
I don't.
It does.
That he's doing anything really bad or anything like that, or he looks just absolutely awful. It feels the common theme around Nashville is that, hey, that's the future. Don't break the future on this year. That's the kind of feeling we're getting around here.
I mean, has the media asked Vrabel?
All right, good for Baltimore,
Quarterback
man.
change at all down there yet?
Yeah, he got pretty. He got
have
pretty
they asked
grumpy.
him to change?
Yeah, he got pretty grumpy when he started getting that.
Yeah.
He got that question after the Cleveland game, and he was, as you can imagine, not very happy about it. But he, something along the lines of, "I'm head coach. If I think a change needs to be made, I'll make a change."
Right.
Same old hacked up thing. That's just where we are. And I wish we weren't here. And here's the thing, guys. If you go in there and redeem yourself against the Bengals, and look, I'm talking redeeming yourself as just getting a win by any way. I don't care if it's by 1 point, half a point. I don't care how you do it. There's still going to be a lot of people questioning, why is Andre Dillard still at left tackle? And there's still going to be a lot of people questioning if Ryan Tannehill can't move. Well, heck, we saw the video today of him moving around. It doesn't look great. And I think he's going to – I imagine the press conference tomorrow is going to have some pretty pointed questions about the robotic movements of your starting quarterback.
It's so bad because when teams are bad, guys look either old, slow, or washed. And Tannehill has gotten old really fast, and he looks old and slow and washed. He looks like a guy that's on the last limbs of his NFL career, and he's going to be if he's in the NFL next year, it's going to be as a backup to somebody. That's just a simple thing right now, because Tennessee can't be back.
No,
Tennessee can't bring him back next year. There's no, I can't see them bringing him back. So he's going to go someplace, the Rams, or old wide receivers, as Sam said before the year, go to die in Tennessee, and there's another one. Julio went to die.
We should have known better. I still think D-Hop is a good player.
Oh, I think
that's just not a good situation.
Terrible. He hasn't done terrible here. He really hasn't. He's done fine.
Right.
But it's just he doesn't get separation like he used to. It doesn't come easy anymore, right?
Right.
He used to trick guys all the time, and everywhere he goes, there's like a freaking blanket on him.
Yep.
So, it's just where we are. It sucks where we are, but what can we do? You gotta support the boys. Hope they make it. Like, that's all you can do.
Yeah. Get as many wins as you can.
I'm not the Jets.
Or the Bears or the Broncos. So
or the Bears or the Broncos.
Yeah, at least you guys
are Bears, bro.
I mean, one win against Cincinnati this weekend, and the mindset will change. Not only in that locker room, but
I mean, and as we've seen, it's not like Cincinnati is unbeatable.
No,
you know what I mean. So
right.
The Rams are still in their wilderness of darkness for buying the Super Bowl. So I'm not really surprised by that kind of thing. He's right about Hopkins. Don't blame Hopkins for the lack of. He isn't right about Hopkins. Well, I actually am right, Tanner, because he's not getting separation or anything like that too. It's not all offense. Some of it comes down to talent. If you're not getting open, you're not getting open. Now, granted,
well, I mean, he's never been the speed demon to
he's never been a yak guy. You know what I mean?
Right. He's a high point guy. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, throw him to I don't know, man. I mean, but look, we said that there's no offensive line. Tannehill has no pocket presence.
That makes me think of something nasty. Yeah, he can't.
Hey, Tanner, Sam said, "Why don't you come in and say it to his face?"
Yeah, why don't you come over here, say it to my face, go talk about my team. Anyway.
But yeah, I mean, D-Hop was never going to come in and be the speedster that everybody, that. But he's not the speedster that people want him to be.
Look at it this way: the hope I have that he's always open. No, he's not, Tanner. I've seen all 22 film. That's just not true. So, godly.
Tim's getting it from every corner of the world now.
Yeah, it's oh great. All right, I'm blocking him. I'm hosting. He's not allowed on. Anyway, so
first NFL game, Detroit and Green Bay. Who do you guys got?
No, well, I think Green Bay's about to rally. Anyway, so I was watching when you watch the Chargers game that we had this year, and they looked better. D-Hop caught the pass that kind of killed. He's not though, Tanner.
See,
I'm sorry.
okay, I hear what you're saying about he's always covered, but again, like I said, he's never been the type to get a bunch of separation. But he's a 50-50 guy. So
sure.
Just throw the ball up to him, and he'll make a play for you. He can still do that. But Ryan Tannehill is not that type of quarterback, which is why Devontae Parker and him never meshed well, because Devontae Parker is the same type of receiver. He's a 50-50 guy. He's not going to get any. Devontae Parker probably is the worst player in the last several years as far as separation. You know,
sure,
like if it could be negative, it'd be negative.
Sure,
I get the separation. So
I get what you're saying, but none of the other wide receivers are good enough. Okay, there's 2 to 3 guys on him. Like look at his catches. Look how many guys are around him anytime he makes a catch. Okay, right. It's just where we are, and they got him. Now he made a clutch catch during the Chargers game that pretty much sealed it, but there were still guys all around him. That's just how it is. Look, this is all Hopkins' fault. Let's be real. Bash the fool for his decision making, if anything.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't know why he.
Sure.
You're saying I don't know why he went. You know, I guess money.
I think
why
he had his best years under Tim Kelly, and Tim Kelly's the OC. That's the only reason I can think of.
See, I mean, and I get the whole, you know, if you got an OC that you like or whatever, but you still got to look at the team around you. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I didn't think he was coming here. Why would he?
Yeah.
So,
but the other thing is this. I understand the other receiver. They don't have a great receiver room. Okay, they don't have.
And Traylon Burks 5 drops. 5 drops this year.
I know. What is going
games?
on with Traylon Burks? I mean, why is he dropping so many? Is he just disinterested? Does he just not want to be there?
He caught several. Like, it's not like he's dropping everything that hits him, but when he drops it, it's like the clutch third down plays. You know what I mean? Just the ones you absolutely need. And Tannehill's having a rough time as it is, and he drops them. And it's just like, I don't know what to do. It's like, how easy can I get it for you? So they were betting on this, and we talked about this during the offseason. They were betting on guys for taking that big step in year 2. They were betting on Kyle Phillips. He's on IR. He couldn't even make it out of preseason. And then here comes Traylon Burks, who I hoped he looked bigger, he looked faster, he looked stronger. And unfortunately, Chig is in the wrong place at the wrong time.
I don't know what's going on with him. I don't know what's going on.
They put him on block duty, and he couldn't do it. So I don't know what's going on with him either. So maybe they are just trying to get used to this new offense, and I pray to God that's true. But boys, it's going down the toilet quick if you guys don't get it together. That's
Chig last game, 3 catches, which is good for a tight end, 7 yards.
Right.
So basically, you're catching the ball at the line of scrimmage and getting tackled, getting dropped, and that's not good enough. That's not good enough. Chig is an athletic freak of nature. He showed it last year. He can catch the ball and run after the catch. And this year, nothing.
This is a must-win game for Tennessee. Let's just be clear.
No doubt.
If you're going to do it, this is it, right? Yeah. You can't fall behind like this. So you've got to do something.
That's wild. A must-win in week 4.
I just both teams. Cincinnati's a must-win for them too. They can't go to 1-3 either.
Thank you, Tanner. I appreciate that. Anyway, so Broncos and Raiders over. I think it's easy to say over while you sit on your throne and pee at people. Anyway, so
him and Nick are together sending texts every other Jets over.
Yeah, over. No, the over with Tanner is the Bodkins. They stink. I hate them. They stink.
Tanner, how about the Packers? We got an opinion on the Packers?
Is it over for them? No, I don't know. For some reason, you're right. It is week 4, but it just feels like a must-win for them. They've got to do something.
I feel you.
They've got to do
Absolutely.
something.
Absolutely.
Because
if they had beaten Cleveland, like a lot of people had said, they'd be 2-1, and it would be
right. And we wouldn't be
okay.
having this conversation. We'd be like,
No
on
doubt.
to the next one. You know,
No doubt. No doubt. And Vrabel would be like, all right, we're 2-1. We've played really good. You know, because Deshaun has looked terrible. In all honesty, he hadn't looked good at all this year, and they made him look like he was the Deshaun
we have
of
a
3 years ago.
If you go up and look at the games between Deshaun Watson and the Titans, it's weird. They have a weird relationship. Oh my goodness. Oh jeez. I love how he's just like over. Like, he's that commercial with the ants, right? She's in the fridge. Expired. That's what Tanner is with over, right?
I love that commercial. That commercial is funny.
And you know what, Tanner? For your mean words, I'm to borrow the great Chris Jericho. You just made the list.
Tanner, how about the Dolphins? Is their season over now too?
So over. Hey, Tanner, what's your opinion about the Bills, Tanner? They're so cool. The Cardinals for some reason are 3-4, 4-5. Do they turn to Kyler healthy over stick? I think to borrow Shakespeare, I think something's rotten in the state of Denmark when it comes to Kyler Murray. They're going to try.
You think Kyler's going to play this year? I don't see him playing.
If they're 3-4, I bet you he plays. I really do.
Ooh.
I think if they're anything less than 3-4 after 7 games, no.
Johnny, we're in the words of Herbert Walker Bush. This aggression will not stand, man. This aggression. This aggression from Tanner will not stand.
But yeah, that's the whole thing with Kyler. They said if the Cardinals are around 500, Kyler will play because they'll think they can make the playoffs in the wide open NFC, and they could at 3-4. If they're less than 3-4, I think Dobbs stays in.
I agree.
I kind of agree with this though. I don't think they want him to play, bro.
I think
they don't want him to play.
They
don't want him to play.
They want him to play.
Did you guys see how poorly mismanaged all their contracts are? I mean, it's awful.
Yeah, it's a joke. It's a joke.
I don't know how that GM still has his job, bro.
No, he
left.
He had a medical emergency and got out of there.
The medical emergency is gone. It's a new GM, new coach. But yeah, that old GM did not know how to work contracts.
No.
So
the new GM is the Titans executive player for personnel. I've met him twice. Right. He's a cool dude. And I felt really bad for him because he kind of just walked into the buzzsaw in Arizona. And it's like, and it's like my cap is crap. And then like when I heard that they were on their last coaching candidate, I was like, dear God, how bad must it be for coaches to look over there and go, no, thanks, I'm good. I mean, it's only one of the 32 jobs.
Right. The coaches rallying the troops because they play hard. You know what I'm saying? They play, they're playing hard for each other. They're playing hard, for the coaching staff. That was a really good game plan against Dallas. They should have won the week before and just barely lost. So they've been competing. They should have beat the Giants. You know what I'm saying? So Arizona, at least they're coming to play. They don't have much talent, but they are coming to play. I asked somebody this question earlier. What are your thoughts on Connor? Do you think they trade James Conner if they're 2-4 or 2-5 or something like that?
No.
Is there much of a market for him?
There's not much. There isn't much of a market for him. That's the whole thing.
There isn't much of a market for running backs, period. But I mean, he
absolutely.
He's a hard runner. He stays healthy for the most part. At least he has the last couple years.
Oh,
I think that would be a good addition. I don't think he's that expensive.
Something happened. He's not, and it's for Green Bay too. He's not, but I also think that he's not. He's a running back that needs to be in a timeshare with somebody else. I know he's excelled in Arizona. His injury history and his past history just makes it look like to me that
Vidgy games.
he needs to be in a timeshare with somebody else, like Miami has now with Achan and Mostert. That's a timeshare. Achan has carved out a role for himself now. But the only thing is, what happens when Jeff Wilson comes back? What happens to the
Jeff Wilson is number 3 or 4, or
that's what I would. That's what I would hope the Dolphins do.
I wouldn't be surprised if they try. I mean, there's no way you can take that kid out now. You know what I'm saying?
No, not a chance. Not a chance.
Speaking of things that are rotten, guys, the Vikings. What's going on? Like, what's going on?
Did you see the end of the Vikings last game with the Chargers? Kirk Cousins looked confused as anything. I don't know what's going on. This guy is a veteran, and he can't call his own play on the field.
Well, I can't.
Not only that, bro. We talked about it in the post-game show. You had like 30-something seconds when you got down to like the 4 or 5 yard. Spike the freaking ball. You got a first down. Spike the ball. Stop the clock. Huddle up and come up with a good play. It just seems so disorganized and rushed. And like you mentioned, he's a veteran quarterback. Like you should have been a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Yes, the horseshoe did fall out of their ass. But that was just a choke job, in my opinion, by Kirk Cousins and the offense there. Like, how do you not have the wherewithal to stop the clock? You know what I mean? So you rushed it. You try to throw a bullet in there, which granted, Hawkinson could have made that catch, but still, it was just so dysfunctional there at the end. It was just fitting for him to throw a pick in the end zone like that and for the game to be over right there.
You took 15 seconds off the clock just going like this and running around like this. He couldn't hear because he said the crowd was so noisy. Okay, so spike the ball. You run over to the side and you say, "What do you want?" And then you come back and call the play in the huddle. Instead, you let it go from 30.
You don't need to hear shit to run up to the line and spike the ball. Which that's where you're the leader of the offense. You should be telling everybody go up, spike, whatever whatever call you have for that, and then spike the damn ball. But it is what it is. You know, saying Minnesota is a dumpster fire as well. They're not going anywhere. Like Nick said, that horseshoe fell out of their ass. So all those breaks that they got last year, they're not going to get them this year. So they're not going to get much of nothing.
Kirk Cousins will start one more time somewhere, and then it'll be it. Like, that's what I think.
I mean,
there's rumors he's going to get traded to the Jets. That's the rumor that's going around. The Jets, if the Jets will call the Vikings,
do they have
might
infinite cap? I mean, haven't they tied up most of their cap in Aaron? Can they?
He adjusted. He took he worked his contract so that he's so that they have a lot of relief in their salary cap this season, which is how they were able to get Cook and stuff like that.
But here's the question: if they trade for Cousins, because they gave Cook what, $10 million? $10
million.
Would they cut Cook to get Cousins on the team?
That's
the whole question, because they're as Sam said, and they probably have like about $8 or $9 million left on the cap, in room to maneuver.
What is Kirk Cousins' cap hit? We say, let's find out.
$30-something million. He's making 30. No, he's making close to 40. So you would have to.
It's the cap hit, just the hit. $20,250,000. Hey, we have a touchdown for
Christian
Green
Watson.
Bay.
They finally used the guy, one of the two guys that came up tonight.
All right, Sam. While you look that up, let me get this read in.
Oh, absolutely.
I want to let everybody know about sports creator. Sports betting has rapidly risen in popularity, and I want to connect you all with an opportunity to get started or get ahead. Having multiple sportsbook accounts is the most simple way to maximize your profits, and there has never been a better time to sign up. When you visit our page, signupexpert.com/let's talk, you'll be connected to all the sportsbooks in your region, along with a review of each platform and its unique benefits. All of these sportsbooks have valuable sign-up offers for new users, and when you register through our link, you will automatically receive the top offers at each one. When you use multiple sportsbooks, you ensure that you can always access the best available odds, which is key to successful sports betting. If you want to take advantage of these benefits and support our brand, please consider signing up for your next sportsbook at signupexpert.com/let's talk.
$48 million. Good God. That can't be right.
He ain't going nowhere, bro. He ain't going nowhere.
No.
And
unless
I
you can do that thing where like we'll pay half of it, you take the other half. Like
I listen to a lot of New York sports talk radio and stuff, and from what they're saying there, because of course they're dumping all over the Jets and all of this is talk about Jets stuff. But apparently, I guess Kirk Cousins' wife like loves it in Minnesota.
She does.
And like she has no desire to go anywhere near New York,
have shopping
at all. You know what I'm saying? So, and granted, I mean it's a job. It's a job. It's just a matter. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't seem like they would want to go over there. But I honestly like what Nick said. Obviously being a Dolphin fan, I'm not a big Tannehill guy, but I mean, I think that would be cheaper probably. And somebody that can come in and just at least run the offense. But I don't know, man. I mean, it's interesting to see.
Thanks, Alan. We know.
Here we go. Here we go.
We know, Alan.
Packers. Here comes the beginning of the comeback, Nick.
Get the rallies
on. Last week it was a 17-point rally. Now it's gonna be a 27-point rally this week.
So here's my question for you, Sam. In the offseason, Cousins.
I love that you're asking me questions. I love being host. This is great. Go ahead.
Do you think the Titans entertain Kirk Cousins signing with them?
God, I hope not. I'm hoping this whole thing with Tannehill would make them like no, you know what I mean. But they keep signing wide receivers, so I'm like.
I mean, do you get the impression from Vrabel that he thinks Levis is ready to assume any duties at quarterback?
I don't. The man is so guarded, right? He's a stone. He never gives you anything. But shit out our shit. I don't think so. Just because you were going to trade up for Will Levis and you were going to do these things for Will Levis. I mean, they wanted to get Will Levis get back in the first round to get Will Levis. So if it's not him, what are we doing here? Like, and I'm not particularly excited about Will Levis because I watched him in college, but hey, beggars can't be choosers, right? Yeah, I'm not in charge of the team. I'm not in charge of anything.
I mean, they obviously saw something. If like you said, they thought about moving up in the first round to get him. So, I mean, you gotta hope that they can develop him. I mean, I like the idea of not rushing to put him in right away, especially with that offensive line being as bad as they are. Just let Ryan Tannehill take all those hits. But at some point in time, you're gonna want to let the kid get his feet wet and actually put him back there to see what he can do, especially since he wound up missing the whole preseason, right? He didn't play at all the preseason?
No, he played the first game. He was careful with the ball, maybe a little too careful. But
did I say maybe a leg injury or something?
Yeah, I can't remember. It's like his quad or calf or something along those lines. It was nothing major. He kept dressing up before the game. So people were like, if he's really that injured, why is he dressed?
That's right.
And stuff like that. So he's the emergency QB right now. But if things go south, then I imagine that Vrabel pulls him and Willis into a room and says, "Hey guys, it's one of you. Who's it going to be?" Like,
See, but why even waste the time with Willis? You know what I'm saying? He's not your future. So why not let this kid get his feet wet, like I was saying, and get some kind of action so that way you have some kind of an idea of, okay, he can handle it a little bit, or, this is what we got to work on, or that, you know what I'm saying? I mean, don't put him in like 2 weeks to where he plays 12, 13 games. But if you're, if by, like you said, the bye week 7, if you get to week 7 and the season's, then why not let him play the last 10 games?
I happen to agree. I don't know. It might be one of those.
Sam agrees with me.
Oh yeah, I've agreed with you before. What are you talking about?
I know, I'm joking.
You're not Scott. No, I'm just kidding. You're not Tanner. Over. What a prick that guy. Oh, hey Tanner.
Oh, hey Tanner. Where is Tanner? There he was. Where did he go?
Scott was saying some really bad things about you, Tanner. It was awful. It was really
Oh, it
bad.
was terrible.
He's gonna say he's gonna admit he doesn't know, and he's gonna be senile all of a sudden, So
I think we all agreed, Tanner. Chiefs season over.
Oh, it's over, dude. It's over.
It's done. Now T Swift has taken over Kansas City. It's over.
Right, Taylor Swift's the next head coach of the Chiefs, right?
Yeah.
Confirmed. By the way, am I scratchy? Or is this good?
I can hear
Sounds
you.
good.
No, you good. You
I'm
good.
fine.
Yeah.
Only Nick would say you're scratchy. The rest of us would not say that to you. So.
I mean, that could be what Alan says, and spotty. So
Oh yeah, you can be spotty. That's
spotty.
right.
And just like that, Tanner's back in my good graces. Welcome, Bud. How you doing? Hey, Bud.
Hey Tanner, could you send Nick some orange sherbet? He's kind of out of it. He needs ice cream. He said
So
for the game.
I don't have enough for him.
When Ben was getting born, they had an amazing, giant supply of orange sherbet, and they're like, "Hey, dude, it's all yours," or whatever. And I'm pretty sure, I survived off orange sherbet all every day in the hospital. I was just that's what I think about. It's a little.
Your team sucks. Sorry, I was talking to Nick.
Oh, okay. I was like, "Thank you, Tanner. I know. I appreciate it." Anyway,
we know about your team. So.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
Decision day comes on Sunday. Decision day.
Tanner's waiting to the one he's going to pronounce Johnny's team done.
That's right.
He already said it. He already said it in the comments.
It's over.
Yeah,
He's
it's
doubling
over
down
until the AFC title game.
Right.
Hey Tanner,
Okay.
you need one more. You need one more catch from Laporta, by the way, and you'll get your 4.5 receptions.
I know. I trust me. I tuned in.
I took
looked
over.
right away.
I took his yardage.
You sound a little
48
hoarse.
and
You sound a little hoarse, Tanner. You all right, bud? Yeah.
Yelling.
Yelling at kids.
Yelling at work today. It's just what it is.
Yelling at work.
Sometimes it's like that.
Sometimes I go in a room and I just yell at the wall.
Yeah, we'll be good.
Were you yelling at your kids like a Dan Campbell speech about murder? And winning,
breaking the kneecaps. The guy, ump makes a bad call. You take your bat and you swing at their kneecaps.
My favorite one.
Swipe the leg.
My favorite one is when he talked about, it was on Hard Knocks, and he talked about dragging guys in the middle of the ocean and drowning them. And I was like, oh my God.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I'm like,
oh, God, that was a backwards pass.
All right.
We'll make some picks.
We ready? Let's get the recap going.
Ready.
Hey, get the music on, Tanner. Make the music happen.
We did a standings update,
monitors.
too.
A standings update?
Yes. Do we have one?
I'll get there. I'll get there, Scott. That's coming.
Okay.
Hey.
All right.
I don't like that view.
Look at us. Look at this pair. Look at these fellas. Huh? What's going on here?
Okay.
All this
So
craziness.
we did have one game on the slate that was a void. Oh, yeah, I forgot to put the music on for you. Feeding the Ducks.
I noticed the Bodkins and Buffoon soundtrack has gone away and not come back.
I know we've been having problems.
Yeah, it's starting to make its comeback. That's what it is.
I'm waiting for a deep voice to go, oh yeah.
Oh,
Barry White.
yeah.
Barry White will be on
Ladies and gentlemen,
Gonna get some of your love now, baby.
we had one game that was a void in our slate because it was exactly 3 points, and that'd be the Bengals Rams on Monday Night Football.
I'm gonna put a void in her slate. I tell you what,
So we do have some updates here. We have some new power rankings into our picks this week as well. There was a change in guards, which is awesome to see. So actually, was there? No, there was. There's a couple of different. First place is still first place. So
can we skip over
let's break it down. Nick with second to last place. I believe once again, second to last place is Nick Bodkins with 9 picks right. His total for the year so far, 25 right.
Nick Bodkins.
Next up, Sam here with a 10 burger this time around. 10 burger improvement from his 9 last week. Puts him at a total of 29 for the year. Scott with a measly 8 picks right this week. Measly 8 picks.
How do
puts
you
his
get
total
up in the morning,
at
Scott?
26. Next up is Johnny. Johnny, now, if you guys remember, Johnny wasn't on the show last week. He was texted in after, drinking
he's
a
out
little
getting
blah,
sloppy.
blah, blah.
Yeah,
So,
we found him in the Everglades hugging an alligator.
Johnny with first place this week
Naked.
at 11. 11 picks right. Maybe you got to do this more often, Johnny.
I think so.
Go drink some blah, blah, blah.
Keep drinking Jose Cuervo. Make your picks.
Take care of you real good. His total for the year is 27. And then myself, ever since week 1, it doesn't matter. It don't matter. I had 10 right for this past week. Puts my total at 27. So your rankings currently, Sam still leads the group at 29. Next up is a tie for second place and third place, which is Johnny and I at 27. Next is Scott at 26. And bringing up the rear, just like his Packers and Cubs, 25, Mr. Bodkins.
Hey, Tanner, we don't do
Well
bullying.
done. Well
We
done.
don't do bullying in the Let's Talk Sports. We don't bully.
Just like his
we
Cubbies,
bully.
dropped the ball. They blew the lead. He couldn't handle it. It was overdone.
It's too hot.
25 for Mr. Nick Bodkins. So that's our standings so far for year to date. Now we're entering week 4. We've already made our Thursday picks, and we had we had Packers plus 1.5 for Nick, Sam, and Scott so far, and the Lions at minus 1.5 for Johnny and myself. So we'll see what happens at the end of the game. If I can mark that green for me and Johnny, which I might just do already, but I'll give it a little.
You can
bit
already do
for
it.
you.
I was about to say I already put a W on mine, but
You already
Yeah, it's all over.
That's awesome.
It's
I'm sure it is.
yeah.
Nick. I'm
So,
sure it's very-
Let me. Oh yeah, I gotta bring up the slate, don't I?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Oh
You guys
man.
can make W's.
Bummer, bro.
Someone needs to do this job. Gosh.
This aggression will not stand.
Hey, good ad read earlier too. I heard it.
I tried, man.
All right.
I coached him through it.
Yeah.
Let's bring it up the first. Oh, come on. Let's get there. Let's bring up our first game.
All right.
Ooh.
8:30 in the morning, ladies and gentlemen. 8:30 in the morning.
In jolly old England.
Out where Dan's at in the British world.
British
pinkies
world.
up. Pinkies up. Of course, going
How
at it.
incredibly vulgar.
We got Atlanta versus Jacksonville versus the London Jacksonville Jaguars. We have -3 for the Jaguars here. Only a -3 going into this game. Sam, I'll let you break it down. Where do you want to start?
That's where I want to start it. I want
That's
to.
what she said.
Mr. Ed was on.
Arthur Smith knows the Jaguars pretty well, but man, I'm going to take Atlanta in the points. I think they'll find a way to do it. I think they'll beat them, and it would just be absolutely crushing to me if T Law has another bad game. I just feel awful about it. Really,
Carrying the show.
I already shared that. If you're gonna put me in charge of comments, let me be in charge.
I missed it. I'm busy trying to get your screen put together.
God, you're so mad all the time. Anyway, so Falcons 17, Jaguars. Alan, stop that. Stop.
All right, Johnny, what you got?
Alan, yeah.
Like I really want to pick Jacksonville.
God's like, shut up, Alan.
But Trevor Lawrence has just let me down. Something fierce. I think Atlanta's going to be able to run the ball. So yeah, I'm going to take Atlanta in the points.
Okay, Scott.
Of course, you pick that. That's what
I'm
I
taking
picked.
Jacksonville. It is the Calvin Ridley revenge game. Calvin Ridley will go off this week. Yes.
God,
Jacksonville
can't we just
-3 over Atlanta.
Well, I'm agreeing with the second to last place of our standings here. I'm going Jags -3 as well. Did Nick text his stuff in, or is he just going to comment?
Yeah. He said he got ATL.
He said give him an ATO. I guess that's some sort of pill that he takes.
Okay.
That's a burger, the ETL burger.
Not the Bodkins plus 3 for Mr. Nick Bodkins.
Isn't that? Oh wait, that's all terrain vehicle. Never mind.
Next up, probably the shittiest game on the slate. Denver Broncos at the Chicago Bears. We're looking at we're going to go minus. We'll go DraftKings here. And so that's -3. We're looking at a 3-point favorite for the Broncos in this game. Sam, we'll start with you again. What do you got?
I think the Broncos are going to win this game. I think that Chicago is almost, the Broncos are down and out, but Chicago's like way out there, like FBI witness protection out there. So I think the Broncos are actually going to win that one.
Scott, what do you got?
Boy,
this is talk about a toilet bowl game.
This is the number 1 draft pick. Give me Denver -3. Sean Payton's the difference. I can't trust Chicago's coaching staff, so Denver -3.
That's the only reason. After that embarrassment that happened last week, Sean Payton better have some. And Russell Wilson didn't play bad. They just, Miami just ran all over them and just destroyed them. But Chicago is just beyond dysfunctional, man. So I'll take Denver.
Give me the Donkeys -3 here for myself and Nick as well. Full clean sweep of the Donkeys being the team that we're picking this week here.
That means the Bears are going to win like 41-17.
I know, right? It's going to be bad. It's going to be like Bears,
Bears 45, just blank them 45-0.
Yeah, it's going to be nuts. Next up here for the matchup is the Baltimore Ravens at the Cleveland Browns. We have only a 3-point favorite for the Browns in the situation here. And we got to remember Baltimore in that upset loss last week against the Colts. So we'll start again. Sam, we'll start with you. What do you got here? Baltimore +3 or Cleveland -3?
We always have this weird time of year where Lamar Jackson goes on the weird slide where he has trouble throwing the ball and running an offense. But he's going to have major trouble here because that Browns defense is somebody that just got beat, battered, bruised by him last Sunday. The Browns are going to whip them badly, and they're going to win that game.
Okay. Scott?
So my theory is this. When the Ravens are favored, John Harbaugh doesn't know how to coach their team. When they're underdog, he knows how to coach them all of a sudden. Give me Baltimore +3. I think Deshaun Watson can't have 2 good games in a row. So
I would beat the crap out of Harbaugh if I got the chance.
I am going to disagree with the Hall of Famer Scott there. I think Deshaun Watson can have 2 good games in a row. I think
what a scandal.
I picked Cleveland to win this division, and I think they're going to show it against Baltimore at home. I think they win by at least a touchdown.
That's clever.
I'm actually kind of favored with that as well. I think the Browns -3 is the right pick. If it was 5, I'd go Ravens. I think it's going to be a close one. But again, the difference in defenses between these two teams is what it's going to be all about. The Ravens' defense does not look good this year so far.
Nope.
I don't care what anybody says. They don't look good. Give me the Browns -3. They're the most consistent hot team going at it right now. And Nick as well with the Browns -3 in that.
And Nick hit it on the head too. All these injuries that the Ravens got right now. Yeah, I got
lining it up.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, we got the Cincinnati Bengals going to the Tennessee Titans this week. We have a spread of 2.5 is what we're using in favor of the Cincinnati Bengals. Sam, let's kick her off.
Titans have to win this game. They have to. They're going to win by a field goal. Nick Folk is going to win all of their games this year by a field goal.
Titans +2.5. All right. Sam,
By the
or
way,
Scott?
Eddie, for the rest of the season, just put me down for Titans win by a field goal.
Anything below 3, you'll take.
I think Cincinnati rediscovered themselves with this short passing game because Burrow's calf injury.
Over.
I think I would love to pick the Titans in this situation, but the offensive line just pulls me back from doing it. I'll pick the Bengals -2.5.
Johnny.
Yeah, the Bengals need to win this game. They're the better team. They have more talent on their team. In Tennessee, we were talking about it for the first hour of the show. They're just not very good. Sorry, Sam.
They're fine.
So yeah, I'm going with the Bengals. Right, I'm going with the Bengals winning this game, man.
Bengals. I got the Bengals as well. Give them -2.5 there, along with Mr. Nick. With Bengals as well at -2.5 there.
Sammy's trying to make up for what he did in the NFC East show.
Yeah,
right.
Shame. I'm still a little mad about it. Doesn't mean I don't care. I'm just a little mad.
Next matchup, guys, we got is the showdown of the week. Dolphins at Bills. In this game, it's gonna be a great one. The Buffalo Bills are favored despite the 70-point blowout last week. At -2.5, it's the line we're using. So -2.5 for the Bills. Sam, we'll start with you.
What's that Queen song? Don't stop me now. That's the Miami Dolphins.
I'm having a good time.
Miami is clearly having a good time this year. Smiles on their faces, how they play the game. See, this is how I pump you up, Johnny. See what I'm doing here? It's going to be a tough game, but Miami's going to pull away at the end. They're winning that game.
Miami has not seen a defense like Buffalo's this year yet. I think Tua is going to struggle just a little bit. He's going to have a good game, but I can see Buffalo pulling out this game in the end by 4 or 5 points. So give me the Bills -3.
Johnny.
Is it 3 or 2.5 that we're going?
2.5.
-2.5. Better.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a close game, but I think the Dolphins win the game. It's about time they win in Buffalo. I think they need to make a statement here, but I think it's going to be a tight, close game. But I'll take the points and my Dolphins.
Johnny's not making the same mistake twice in a row.
Hell no. Well, I mean, because apparently they're not the same old Dolphins, so hopefully they continue that and they keep it going.
Yeah. So, look, Scott, I know you're up in the Northeast area, right? You probably hear a little bit more about this Bills defense.
He's got that Mason-Dixon line, that's for sure.
This defense isn't that good. I hate to break it to you.
Is it over?
Isn't that good.
Is the defense over?
The Bills season's over after this game. Give me the Dolphins +2.5. It has to. You don't just have a 70-point performance and then come back and score and lose a game by 2.5, 3 points. You don't. You just don't. I don't care who. It's the Bills. It's the Bills. It's the damn Bills who lost to the Jets. Zach Wilson. It's over.
Can we get that as a soundbite, please?
Mr. Bodkins also said
soundbite. It's over.
Scott.
It's over.
The Miami Dolphins averaged over 5 yards a carry against Buffalo last year.
It's a
That's
different
why
team.
I don't know why he didn't keep running the ball.
It's a different Tua this year, guys. It's a different Tua. I'm going to say it again. It's a different Tua. Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle's now back. It's over. It's over.
It's over. I really want it as a soundbite.
I need to find a place to make up 3 games from the leaders, so I got to be different on a couple of these.
You do got to be different, yeah.
Yeah, I just think. Alan, be quiet. I just think that Buffalo will be ready to play against them.
Scott is treating Alan like John Goodman treated Donnie and the Big Lebowski. He's like, Donnie, shut the fuck up. 2 seconds.
Let's get into it, guys. Next game here. Commanders at Philadelphia Eagles. Goodness. Commanders coming off a piss poor performance last week there, going against the defending NFC champs here at defending NFC champs home. So you had 8.5 line. We're going to use the 9 because that's what's on DraftKings here currently.
Score by Green Bay.
No, don't tell me that.
He's out of bounds.
No, we're gonna use the -9 favorite for Philadelphia in this matchup. Sam, we'll start with you.
I really like Sam Howell. I think he has a lot of things that are coming together, but it's not coming together yet, obviously. And they can't stop Philadelphia. They just can't. It might hold steady until halftime or whatever, but Philly's going to win that game, unfortunately. So I really like the Commanders. I really do.
Jordan Love just scored a touchdown, so now it's down to 10.
Yeah.
The Commanders won't score 23 against Philadelphia's defense. Philadelphia is a much, much better team than the Commanders. I think they'll show it at home. I think Philadelphia struggle a little offensively. I think they'll be better offensively in this game. Give me Philadelphia. Nice time.
They're Eagles. They're Eagles, Nick, not Birds.
Like I really want to pick the Commanders. I'm with Sam. I like Sam Howell as well. 9 is a lot, but
he was down.
Sorry, what did you say? Yeah, he was down. You say Eagles -9? Eagles -9? Are you gonna go Commanders? Are you gonna be different?
Are you gonna be different?
Are you gonna go Commando or are you gonna pick the Eagles?
I'm gonna say the Commanders. The Commanders. They'll cover. They're not gonna win the game, but they'll cover.
I like it. Guys. I got Eagles -9.
This is where I get my game on people.
This is where you pull ahead of second place, right?
Yeah.
And that
Tanner is like getting us all the sound bites. Are you gonna be different?
Eagles -9 is what I got, guys. This is the part starting to get the time of the year where the better team wins, right? The better team wins, the better team covers. So that's where I'm heading towards, as well as the Bodkins coming into play there with Eagles -9. Next up here, we got Tampa Bay Bucks at New Orleans Saints. No Derek Carr. Jameis Winston.
Before we keep going, does Nick know the spreads in these games? He's just picking teams.
He might know. He might not. We'll see.
Here, I'll take care of this. I don't need to know the spread. I don't need it.
I don't need to watch preseason football. I don't even know who this guy is. Well, if you watch preseason football, you know who this guy was. But I regress. Bucks Saints at Saints. No Derek Carr. Jameis Winston is starting in the lineup. We're using the 3.5 favorites for the Saints. Sam, we'll start with you.
Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay's going to win. I don't really have much to say about it, but I don't know. I see Mike Evans. I see guys like that. I see Baker Mayfield developing a relationship with his wide receivers. And I don't think the Saints are going to have that right now without Derek Carr playing.
Yeah, fair enough.
Jameis Winston's going to have a flashback. He's going to think he's playing for the Buccaneers. He's going to keep throwing it.
W is so good.
Give me Tampa Bay +3.5. Jameis Winston is not good.
Scott, you agree with me?
I do.
Oh man, the Bucks burned me last week when I picked them thinking that they would cover. The Derek Carr injury, Jameis Winston. Oh, this sucks.
But me,
for real. I'm. You know what? Mike Evans doesn't play well against Lattimore. We talked about that earlier, Scott.
Yep.
I think 3.5. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Saints at home. Come on now, Jonathan. Your Saints better come through.
Saints -3.5. I got the Bucks here plus. What is it? 2.5. Sorry, I meant 2.5.
Is it 2.5?
Right?
Is it 2.5?
No, it's 3.5. I'm sorry. I wrote it all down.
Ooh, I got it, guys. I got it. Johnny, the Saints, you're marching alone with them. You're marching alone.
That's fine. I ain't scared.
I'll miss you.
I ain't scared. So we got the Saints minus
going to be different.
3.5. There we go. Sorry, I typed it in wrong.
That's
I got the Bucks
t-shirts.
plus 3.5. I don't trust Jameis Winston running that offense. I don't trust that offense in general now without Derek Carr behind the
This is
helm.
a W.
Kamara is back, I believe, this week, if I am correct. That is going to be kind of nice and kind of different. Yeah, he ain't eating no W, Scott. That's for damn sure. Give me the Bucks plus 3.5, and give me the Bucks on Nick's side as well, plus the 3.5 there. Okay,
Nick's going with us a lot. That's not really good. Yeah,
so
one
so
catch.
far, every pick that we've done, Nick, I've already typed his stuff in, and it's matched every single time. So I already guessed what. I already know what Nick's gonna guess. So
I don't need numbers, baby. I'm Nick Bodkins.
You don't even need to pick, Nick. You don't even need to put your stuff in the comments. I already got it. I'm what, 6 for 6 now. So just we'll see you later. Dude.
You're so predictable.
We'll see if I get this one right here.
You are
Minnesota
Vikings at the Carolina Panthers.
Oh man,
0-loss Minnesota Vikings or 0-win Minnesota Vikings team here. Minus 4.5 favorites for the Vikings here. For the DraftKings is what we're using. So minus 4.5 points. Sam, what do you got?
Minnesota's going to get their first win of the season. Carolina's no close to being ready. They need a lot of work. Minnesota has more weapons. Minnesota's going to win that game.
Boy.
Come on,
really
Scott.
Trust Minnesota? You really trust Minnesota with 4.5 points? Holy jeez.
Carolina's bad, dude.
I know Carolina's bad. Bryce Young is back. They're bad. Give me Minnesota minus the 4.5.
Bryce Young lined up behind his guard for a snap. Okay.
Yeah,
Nick.
I mean, I have no confidence in this pick at all, but I'm gonna go with the Vikings because they are just slightly not as bad as the Panthers. Nick is taking the Panthers.
He's silly, that Nicholas. He's a silly boy.
Give me the Vikings minus 4.5.
Are you going to be different?
Vikings minus 4.5. I am not going to be different because it's not.
Nick is the only
different.
Nick is riding along with the Panthers.
Special one with the Panthers at plus 4.5 for this matchup here. So, oops, wrong screen. There we go. Next up, Los Angeles Rams at the Indianapolis Colts. Sounds like
intriguing.
Anthony Richardson is playing this game as of the moment.
Which quarter is he going to leave in?
He'll leave in probably the second. So okay. I don't understand this guy keeps playing.
You know there's a money line. There's got to be a money line on it.
There it is. You know it. So we got -1 favorites. Pick 'em. -1 for the Rams in this ball game here. Colts with a big win against the Ravens last week with Mr. Mustache Mania leading the way.
Yeah, Florida man back there at quarterback.
That's right. Sam, what do you got here for this game?
Oh boy. I don't think Sean McVay took that loss to the Bengals very well. Gosh. I'm going to say Rams. I don't feel good about it, but I'm going to say Rams. I feel dirty. I need a shower. I need a shower real bad.
Need a shower. Scott, what do you got?
A lot of these games are making me feel like that, Sam. Not for nothing.
Yeah, it's nasty. Hey, Johnny, you want to text each other while we're in the shower?
I'm going to take the Colts. Colts +1 at home. I
love you, but no.
I think the Rams are going to – Stafford's going to give up the ball late in the game to lose the game to the Rams. So give me the Colts.
Scott, you're going to be different?
Wow.
I'm going to be different. I don't feel good about it either. A lot of these games I don't feel good about it at all.
I don't either. It's a weird week.
I mean, I like what the Colts did, and that win against Baltimore was big. But I like them better with Minshew, to be completely honest.
Yeah, I think the Colts easily if Minshew was quarterback.
Right.
Me too.
I think Stafford will play well, and I think the Rams will win this game.
I think it's more like, to me, I'm looking at it going, Sean McVay's not going to have a crazy, he's really going to put it to him. That's how I kind of feel it.
Go to Laporta. God dang. All right. Rams -1 as for me as well.
Very selfish, Tanner.
If Anthony Richardson's in the game the whole entire way, he blows it in the fourth, just like he did in his other games. So where he got concussed the first time in week 1. So yeah, he blows it, right? It's blown lead. If he's leading in the fourth quarter, it's a blown lead, and he's still there. If Minshew comes in, they're good. So, but give me the Rams -1 in this matchup here.
I mean, all the Rams got to do is just keep him in the pocket.
Yep.
Keep him in the pocket,
Right.
force him to
That's all you
throw
gotta
the
do.
ball.
Contain him.
JJ,
Right.
baby.
Contain him.
Right.
Here's an interesting matchup: Pittsburgh at Houston this week. -3 is the line we are using here for this game. -3 Pittsburgh in the house. What do you got, Sam?
Is it time for CJ Stroud? Like, you got to have more than one game of doing well, right? You got to have more than one. Steelers offense, I'm not happy about, but TJ Watt gonna want to show up because I think they're honoring JJ Watt at that game.
They are.
Yeah, TJ is gonna want to show up. I'll take the Steelers and the points.
Steelers -3. Okay.
I feel gross. I need another shower.
Scott, what do you need? What do you need? What do you got?
I need an oatmeal bath.
He needs a
Yeah,
lot.
you don't feel bad. I think with all the ceremonies at halftime, the retirement, stuff like that, and I think CJ Stroud and Tank Dell have come of age very quickly here in the NFL season. Give me Houston +3 at home.
Oh, did a woman make Tank Dell a man? Is that what you're saying?
I agree with Scott completely on this. I like CJ Stroud. I thought he was the better quarterback coming out. I thought he should have been the first pick. I like what Houston's doing there. That Dell kid is a player. And that's just Pittsburgh offense. I think Pickett is regressing a little bit. And Najee is just non-existent. So I'm gonna take the Texans and the 3 points.
Get this shit, guys. I'm benching Garrett Wilson this week in my league. Garrett Wilson. Who would thought you'd bench Garrett Wilson in your fantasy football league?
When you got
Tank Dell is now in the starting
Zach
lineup.
Wilson is your quarterback, yeah.
Yeah, Tank Dell is now in the starting lineup for the
Yeah.
Wilson in your mom 69 team this week for the Buffoons League.
You were so subtle about that. That was really good.
+3 coming
Wilson
at
and
you.
your mom.
Texans +3 for me. Mr. Bodkins has Steelers -3. He says JJ Watt goes to the ring, but give me the Steelers. I don't trust the Steelers offense as far as I can throw them.
Nope.
So
I don't know if the Texans are ready to take that next step. They won a game against Jacksonville. I need more.
offense been looking good for 2 games in a row.
Beat it right,
Yeah.
and they beat the shit out of Jacksonville, bro. In Jacksonville.
Sure.
Let me
but
just say, George Pickens' talent is getting wasted right now.
oh,
They
it's awful.
need
Yeah.
they need to do something with him. He
Well,
is one of the most talented receivers in the league right now.
Scott, we can blame a certain GM for Pickens' talent being wasted, and that's Brett Veach.
Yes.
Instead, we trade up in the second round. Well, we're gonna go Sky Moore, guys. We're gonna go Sky Moore over Pickens.
Could you
Thanks,
imagine
Veach.
Pickens with Mahomes? Could you imagine that
God.
combination?
Oh,
He'd be a
my
1.
God.
He'd be a 1.
Holy,
We would
Yeah,
actually have a number 1.
Yes,
no doubt.
It's unbelievable.
Oh.
Unbelievable.
No question.
that would be a scary thought, bro.
Ooh, look at this game.
Talking about a talent being wasted here. We have Las Vegas Raiders and Devontae Adams going against the Justin Herbert, Austin Eckler's back for the Los Angeles Chargers here. Talk about talent being wasted. Here's your 2 teams of that right here. We have -5.5. We're going to use the -5.5 Chargers being favored. Sam, what do you got?
Oh God, this is my coin flip game. Any, mini, miny, mo, catch a tiger by the toe. Okay.
Wow.
Once again, I don't feel good. I'm just not going to feel good. I'm going to have to go put myself through a dry cleaning rack. Just hang off of it. Chargers.
It's not this hard, dude. It's not this hard.
Yeah, it is. Chargers.
It's not this hard.
Chargers.
Scott.
That's all I gotta say about it. It's so stupid. I can't do it.
I'll give you 2 words. Brian Hoyer. Give me the Chargers.
Hoya!
Johnny?
Can I get a
Brian
Hoya?
Hoyer.
Yeah, I mean, Josh Jacobs is MIA. Brian Hoyer is starting for the Raiders. The Chargers, they need this game. Come on, Justin Herbert. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what's up. You're at home.
Did they say what injury?
You should destroy the Raiders here.
Did they say what injury Jimmy GQ has?
They should win.
Concussion.
Jimmy G. He's a Jimmy G.
Concussion.
Sam.
Yep.
It's a broken mangina. That's his injury. That's his injury.
Sir, that's pretty offensive. It's pretty offensive, sir.
But it was funny.
Are you going to be different?
I am different. Are you different?
Are we
different.
serious?
Yeah,
Detroit
I'm
has the
different.
ball on the
Yeah.
goal line again? Am I reading that right?
Yeah, they jumped over the field goal attempt, causing a penalty.
Oh.
First down, Lions.
Oh my
Come
God!
on, bro.
Come on, Green
Classic
Bay.
Packers,
Really?
man. I sometimes rename them the Broncos or the Raiders every now and then, but I'm talking about.
Oh,
Yeah,
my God.
and you can't blame this on Jordan Love. No, he hasn't played great, but I mean he was getting some drives going in the second half. But their defense
Second
is
half.
just.
There's a whole 4 quarters of a game, Johnny.
No, I
There's a
get it.
whole
That's what I'm
quarter.
saying. He was playing a little better in the second. I mean the defense can't stop nothing.
No, they ran it on 3rd and 9.
Yes, they stink.
Almost got the
They
first
stink.
down.
It's over. I agree.
It's
I agree
over.
with you,
It's
Tanner.
over.
It's over.
It's
It's
over.
over. It's over.
They're not
It's over.
different. They're not different.
So 4 receptions. This is stupid. Johnny, what was your pick? I'm sorry.
I'm going with the Chargers. Did you see Nick's comment?
I know.
And he goes further from his own too.
Classic Packers pick right there. Classic Cubs Packers guy, going for the Raiders at +5.5.
Dang,
Give me the
man.
Chargers minus
Tanner
5.5.
wants
This
to soul.
isn't this hard. This isn't a hard pick.
Right.
I'm not picking the Raiders.
That's what I'm saying. The Chargers should blow them out.
Not Laporta.
David Montgomery.
Yep. He's had a good game today.
Dude, they just
I've got to believe that. I gotta believe that.
Cardinals 49ers. I like this game a lot, actually. Cardinals 49ers minus 14 is our line we're using here for the San Francisco Niners. Sam, what do you got?
Sam is out of town right now.
Good evening. Let's see. Oh, geez. Ugh. I'm with you. It's a weird matchup. I don't like I want the 49ers to win, but I don't think they're going to win by that much. Can I say that?
yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
if
we
you
take the
want,
Cardinals.
so take the points for
Right.
Arizona.
For Arizona.
Okay, I'll take the points for Arizona then. Okay. That's what I'll do. I mean, that 49ers are winning, but they're not winning. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like-
I know what you're mean. I know what you're saying. Scott.
Arizona's going to backdoor cover this. I don't think they've been competitive in every game so far this year. So give me Arizona.
I also love Josh
I'm
Dobbs.
with them too, man. I mean, I think San Francisco definitely wins this game, but Arizona's been fighting, man. They've been playing hard. I know the organization is tanking, but those players are playing hard. And like Scott said, a last minute touchdown will cut into that lead, and San Francisco win by 10 instead of 14, and we'll cover.
Well, I'm going to be different. I'm going 49ers minus 14.
Oof.
I think they cover. I think they put Cardinals back in their place of where they belong in the bench and on the bottom. I think Purdy, again, has a clean game. 0 turnovers, minimum turnovers, as long as his receivers can catch the ball and not bounce off their chest. I think it's a clean game. McCaffrey runs all over him. I think it'll be a good matchup. I really do. I think the Cardinals will put a lot of pressure on them, but I think the Niners take care of business. Give me the Niners minus 14, and Bodkins as well as with the Cardinals at plus 14 in the
He
day
likes the
there.
Goonies. too, Bodkins. Bodkins likes the Goonies.
Tanner's Riding Solo. Goonies is the greatest movie ever. Love that movie.
If Allen is right and the Cardinals only lose 21-17, we got some things to talk about with the 49ers offense. Seriously.
No, there's nothing to talk about, dude. There's nothing to talk about. There's zero things.
No, San Francisco should handle them well. You know what I'm saying? But like
it should be a 3-touchdown win.
They should, but the Niners are also
it should, but I don't think it would.
They're so good.
The Niners have that weird thing where they like to drop one to somebody they don't. They dropped it to Atlanta last year.
Well, Chiefs like to do that too. You know.
Yeah.
True.
We did the Colts last year. Chris Jones talked a little too much smack, I guess, to Matt Ryan, and the refs overheard
that's
it.
Such a BS.
Who knows what he still said to this day? Nobody knows, but it apparently was pretty offensive. Maybe he, Sam, maybe he, Chris Jones asked Matt Ryan, "How's your mangina doing?" And maybe the ref got offended. I don't know, man.
I'm very uncomfortable with this.
Have you ever seen Old Greg?
Yeah, I'm Old Greg. I got a mangina. Yeah.
So this next game, Allen's gonna pick the Cowboys to win by 2 touchdowns, probably.
Who is?
So we got Pats versus Cowboys. We're looking at 6.5 spread for the Cowboys in this game. Sam, what do you got?
I just don't trust Dak. I really hate stuff like this. I really do. How's your defense look, Scott?
Well, there's 2 questions as we talked about on my show. I think they're going to try to take Pollard away, to be honest with you, make Dak throw it. I think that's what they're going to do. So,
of course, Allen 27-7.
You're going Pats, Scott?
No, I'm going Dallas. It's under 7. It's under that key number of 7. I like Dallas at 6.5.
I'm gonna go Dallas as well. Ugh, Scott, I don't like it. I don't like it, Scott.
Honey?
Yeah, I'm not confident picking Dallas because I'm not a big Dak fan either. But yeah, like Scott said, it's less than a touchdown, so they should win this game. I don't trust Mac Jones even worse than I don't trust Dak. So I'm sure Bill Belichick will have a good game plan to try to slow them down, but I don't see them scoring much against Dallas.
You and Cowboys?
Yep, I'm going Cowboys.
I'm right there with actually Nick for once, which scares me, but I'm going Patriots plus 6.5. I think this team keeps it close for this game here. You kind of saw Dallas defense exposed. Run at Michael Parsons. Run at him, force the other guys around him. And I think you got running backs capable of doing that there in Patriot land. So give me the Pats plus 6.5. Nick's right there with me in this pick here. All right, let's go back here, all the way down. All right, let's talk about it. Matchup of the day, the game of the day. They had 24 million people tune in to the Bears game, to the Bears whopping. I think it's personally Patrick Mahomes' character is why everybody tuned in to that game and nothing else.
No other reason. No other that there was one specific fan in the box next to a mother.
Nothing at all. T Swift is back in New York this time. We'll be up there in the.
She's got a blank space, baby. She'll write your name.
Sunday night, hey. Maybe he's driving the Cutlass up to New York or something. I don't know. We'll see. We got Chiefs, Giants, same team. Chiefs, Jets. -9 is the line we're going on in play. Sam, what do you got?
Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, I hate T Swift, but I'll take her over that harpy that Patrick Mahomes is married to. And
a catch.
She is probably the most annoying person on the face of this planet. But they're going to absolutely destroy the Jets. Robert Saleh is going to get a top 2 by the Jets owner afterwards and say, you got to do something about Zach Wilson. It's got to stop. It's got to stop. The Chiefs are they're going to do very bad things to the Jets, ungodly things to the Jets. Like, it's going to be illegal in states what they're going to do to the Jets. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be bad.
Yeah.
And by the way, Johnny, we talked about Samari Torrey in the lineups. He just caught a 35-yard bomb for Jordan Love. So
yeah, he did.
If the Chiefs score 24 points in this game, There's no way that the Jets get to 17. Jets might not even get to 10 in this game.
No.
So give me the Chiefs. Chiefs minus 9.5.
It just feels like it, doesn't it? It just feels like it's just death.
The only guy that believes in Zach Wilson is his head coach. That's it.
No, and he's lying. He's
so full
he doesn't
of crap.
really believe in him. I don't even think Zach Wilson's mom believes in him right now.
He believes in your mom.
I'm sure he does.
Boom! I'm so funny.
I mean, the Jets might not even score. Kansas City's defense is playing well right now too. Kansas City.
No. It's spotty at best right now. It's spotty at best.
Not when it's Zach Wilson on the other side. Kansas City by at least 2 touchdowns, bro.
2 touchdowns?
What is it?
Like I said, the Jets may score 3 points.
Yes, guys, I didn't take the Chiefs at the minus 12 that it was. Was it last week? It was. Yeah, last week. I didn't take that. I like minus 9. Minus 9 feels good to me.
Like a Talmage.
Easy cover in this one here. Chiefs defense top 5 right now in the league. And without Nick Bolton, their number 1 linebacker is currently going to be out again this week. 2 weeks in a row. Doesn't matter.
Get on with it, Tanner.
So much depth, guys. Give me minus 9 for the Chiefs at it. Chiefs by 50 for Bodkins, so we'll put Chiefs minus 50 in his spot here and count him if he's wrong. So that's what I feel like doing. All right, so looked up
I'm thinking 35-3, 35-10.
Yeah,
something like that.
Wow! So it finally switched. It only took a few days, or 1 day, but it finally switched. The Seahawks at New York Giants. Seahawks are now favored minus 1.5. Giants were favored minus 1 as of yesterday during the Let's Talk Bet show. And I took that money line as well at minus 105. Got that in before that went away as well for this line. So minus 1. We're going to use minus 1 for the DraftKings side for the Seahawks Giants. Sam? And hallelujah, there's only one Monday night game this week. Only one. Like it should be.
It's great. About time.
Jeez. I don't like this one either. What? He just started yelling and stood up.
There's a pick.
Oh.
Classic package.
Are you being different?
Jordan Love at it.
I'm gonna take the Seahawks for this. That's what I'm doing. Yeah. I think the Seahawks.
Seahawks?
Yeah.
Scott?
I already bet the Seahawks. I got them at +1. So it's the Seahawks.
Honey?
Are we doing minus 1.5 for Seattle?
Minus one.
It was +1 when I bet him, but I'm still taking the Seahawks.
It doesn't matter, bro. The Giants are just, and I don't think, is Saquon even playing?
He's still questionable. Sure. You'll probably see game time decision on that one.
No, I think Seattle. I think Seattle by at least a touchdown.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you guys. Look, I got it. I got the money line up minus 105, and I thought that was a steal. This Giants offense stinks. I don't care if Saquon plays or not. This offense stinks. Daniel Jones stinks.
Rudderless
this
ship.
team. Sam, New York Giants season is over.
Oh, it's over. It's over. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Nick as well with the -1 for the Seahawks going into this. Guys, I can't wait to see the results here. We're only a couple weeks away.
I don't like
Was it 1 week or 2 weeks until the buys start? For this year? I think
next week 5 it starts. So
next week it starts.
Yeah.
So I mean, we'll start. We'll have a little less team. So get your wins in while you're at it here. I'm excited. I'm excited to see how we finish out through 4 weeks for this one here.
5 or 6 hours.
Well, depending on how this week goes, I may need to be drinking next Thursday when I make my picks.
Anybody know?
If you go back down to the 7 mark you had the week before,
No, yeah,
Yeah,
I'm gonna be drinking on the show. I'm gonna be drinking.
I'll go ahead and send you a bottle of.
I want
something
Johnny
good.
Cruz to be like, "Listen, you ignorant bitch. This is what it's gonna be." Like, just like puke coming out of his mouth. Just fucking listen to me. Like,
Tua.
I don't care. I put 70 points on team. Did you see that?
Oh, shit. All right, guys, let's do it. Let's give away our final thoughts here as we wrap up the Thursday night pick'em for week 4. Sam, as always, we'll start with you, buddy.
Does it always start with me? I am hosting after all.
For me, it does. You're always first in my eyes.
Maybe last place in real life, but number 1 in all of your hearts. Anyway, God, that hurt me to say. Anyway, love you guys. Love being on the show. Love talking football. It's so much fun, especially these Thursday pick'ems and whatnot. I was doing a lot of reading over the weekend and such, and there is a deficiency in people not complaining. We should not complain as much as we do. Okay. I understand work is a ball buster or whatnot, but we all have bad times or whatnot. I'm just saying we should be more thankful for the stuff we have, I think is what I'm looking for here. Complaints don't really help anything. I mean, we're going to sit there and complain. What are we accomplishing by that? There's always people that have it worse. Sure. You could be starving. You could be homeless. You couldn't even, you probably don't even have a job. So, no, stop complaining. More doing. What was the line from Shawshank Redemption? Get busy living or get busy dying. Yeah. Andy Dufresne, aim for the Pacific.
I want to know what the Lions are doing here. Why are you throwing a pass?
Trying to get the Laporte of the ball. I sent a text
because Scott,
I'm about to say trying to make Tanner happy.
I'm like,
dude, we're going to drag them to the ocean and we're going to drown them.
I took Laporta's receiving yards and not reception, so I hit that one. So I don't trust.
I'm going to miss it by 0.5. I'm going to miss it by 0.5.
Yeah, I know. Man, the hook always gets you.
Easiest bet I've ever made, and I'm going to miss it by 0.5.
That sucks.
So I'm thankful. I'm thankful that I love David Montgomery so much that I drafted him every place I could because 3 touchdowns tonight, 98 yards, a couple catches, very good for David Montgomery. So I'm totally happy. I'm going to send him a card. I'm going to thank him personally myself with a little gift card.
I'm going to send that man a nice fruit basket. It's going to be wearing.
This is, but seriously, this is always fun. I enjoy it a lot. And I can't wait for Sunday for the pregame show. I'm sure that's going to be a lot of fun too. So,
and all joking aside, we missed you too, Nick.
Yeah, we missed you too.
Yeah, we did.
Did we? We did. We did.
Well, you were hanging with him. You know what I'm saying? You were with him, Tanner, so you didn't miss him.
I know. Hey, shut up, dude. Sorry.
I'm with the guys. I'm with the guys too. You know what I'm saying? Be grateful for what you have. I'm grateful to be a part of this, this team here, this show, this platform, this network. You know what I'm saying? Grateful to Dan. Shout out to Dan. Looking forward to Sunday, and looking forward to everything that's coming along and is ahead of us on Let's Talk Sports. There's a lot of cool stuff that's going to be happening, and I'm looking forward to it, and it's going to be great. So subscribe, hit the like, turn on those notifications.
Slip. I don't know what it means.
A lot of cool stuff going on LTS, man. Definitely check us out.
Is anybody else getting a pink slip? I don't even know what that means. Tanner said I'm getting a pink slip.
I got my mail today.
Like the Pink Panther.
It was a pink envelope. Is this
I hope it's scented.
Strawberries.
You're fired. You're over. You're over. It's over.
You're over.
Smells so good.
Sam's over. Sam's over.
Crap, guys.
Thanks, Alan.
Crap.
Thanks, Alan.
Thanks, Alan.
I can hit my bet today, but I'll win the -1 at least on the Lions here, so that'll be nice. Still bigger cash than I had on Laporta.
God, this game.
I think, yeah, I did. So hey, guys, another great show. At it, you guys did a good job the first half. I caught that first last 20 minutes before I hopped on, as I was making my taco real quick and getting that chomped down. So, but hey, great things on the rise here. 10-1 is our big start date here for the future of Let's Talk Sports, starting slowly, and we're at it. So shout out Dan, of course, as always. I just like to shoot him random messages to let him know how bad Nick's fantasy football team is. And so
I've been sending him tasteful nudes.
Smile. Huh?
I've been sending him tasteful nudes. I think he appreciates it.
Hey. As long as you got that luscious beard.
Tasteful.
At it. And not just bending over and showing.
No, that's gross. That's obscene.
Well,
Oh God!
guys, it's been a fun show. Oh crap! It's been a fun show, guys.
I love this.
Let's get out of here. Let's enjoy the rest of this Bodkins win against the
Western Kentucky, baby. Western Kentucky, baby.
Did they cover?
31-10, they won.
Darling.
Oh yeah, I told him I like that pick. I like that pick, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow. There's a lot more stuff coming our way. We'll catch you catch you this Sunday morning. We'll have Ken back on from Arrowhead, from the Arrowhead News. We'll have Ryan Larson join us for Fantasy Football Talk and a few more there. So excited for it. We'll see you guys Sunday
in the heaven. Till I'm dying on the way. I feel
life better pop off. What do you like? Make a dream job. No 9-5, no mean boss. Just my life and free thoughts. You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands sing from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep, only scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try to change, you can say no, free me.